Hi, everybody. It's Craig and Arun back with your NBA rundown of games for February 1st. Happy February 1st. Sunday's action. And we're going to there's 10 games today. We're going to give you 9 of them. And the 10th one, we actually both like as a premium pick. So the only way to get it probably not going to be our top level plays. Of course, we save those for our premium subscribers, but these will be the ones just under that. So easy way to get it. All you got to do is text your name to our text number here, 740-760-1131. Text me your name. You're going to be texting me, and I will send you what we have as a consensus for this OKC Denver, the free premium pick for tonight's last game on the board. So make sure you send that and get in on it. Okay, let's get – don't forget, if you want to get on our 2-for-1 I got to go back here. Sorry. But don't forget, if you want to get on our 2-for-1 deals, you can always do so. 2-for-1 pass, DocSports.com/Craig Arun. Get the NBA week pass or the college basketball week pass. It's $99 per week, and you get us both. Only way to get this is at this link right here. Okay, NBA. Here's what we like for today. First game on the board, Bucks at the Celtics. Celtics favored by 13.5, total 217. Of course, the circus still hasn't ended for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is still on this team, and everybody's still answering, where's he going to go? What do you like here?
Well, I mean, yeah, the circus is just the beginning, buddy. Milwaukee beat them by 15 points earlier this year. Milwaukee, has lost the last 4 in a row coming in, losing to Washington 99-109. It's a bad loss. And Boston comes in beating Sacramento 112-93. A nice win there. You have a Milwaukee team that's 42% shot from the field last game, and Washington is shooting 40% from the field last game. Boston rolling in here 112-93. Nice win for Boston in their last game. But how do you get up for this team that doesn't have Giannis playing? I mean, that's a little tricky coming into this game. The last time these two teams met, the total was around 223.5, and it went under. This one comes in at 217, and I don't think it's going to get any easier, man. I think Milwaukee at this point this is a team that, but they only put up 99 points in their last game. They only shot 26% from the field in that last game. I don't really like this game one way or another, but I'll tell you this. If there was a game that Milwaukee was going to show up, it's going to be this game, okay? Because Boston comes off of a nice win. Boston maybe has Dallas on deck. Boston's not going to get up for a Giannis-less Milwaukee team as a massive as a massive favorite. There's no way they're going to get up for this game. Give me the Bucks here plus a 13.5. I hate it, but give me the Bucks plus a 13.5. All right, Craig, Chicago plus 3-point dog here against Miami. You have a Bulls team that won 125-118 just recently, about 7 days ago.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Yeah, sorry about that. What is January 1st? January 1st, 31st is today. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, Chicago beat this team 125-118. But that was a game that we figured. I got confused because, remember, Miami just played them on January 29th, right? They played each other. They're about to play each other 3 times in about 4 days, which is insane. And literally, they just go from city to city, Chicago to Miami, Miami to Chicago. They just play each other. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters playing the same team over and over again. Miami comes into this game losing to Chicago 118-125. Do you think they bounce back here coming off that immediate revenge contest? And the question is, they're going to put this game at around -3, which is crazy because 18% is back in Chicago, and I think that's going to hold. What do you think?
I was thinking another high-scoring game. It was a big high-scoring game yesterday. I think it's going to be another high-scoring game. Both these teams don't mind at all playing up tempo and playing no defense. I think yesterday's game went over. The day before's game, there was a day off in between, did not go over. But I think this one goes over. I also think Miami gets revenge. The stronger of the play is the over in this one. Now, you don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on all the great content we have here at Doc Sports. Utah Jazz at Toronto. Toronto's favored by 11, total 233.5. This is a Toronto team they're just middling. They're like 5-5 straight up, 5-5 against the spread their last 10 games. And they're facing a Utah team that, is just not very good. What do you like here?
Utah losing 99-109 to Brooklyn last time around. They've lost the last 5 straight coming to this game. Brooklyn at 48% from the field last game. Utah about 50% from the field. Okay. Toronto comes to this game losing 120-130 to Orlando, losing 92-119 to New York. So now you've lost back-to-back games. Utah comes into this game having lost 5 straight games. Toronto comes into this having lost back-to-back games. And the first thing I wanted to see was what this total was going to come in at, which came in at 233. Look, I understand Utah comes off that loss to the Nets, and they very well could bounce back. But then again, they're also 15-34, and they've lost one out of the last. They've won one out of the last 10. Now Toronto's coming off back-to-back losses, okay? And Toronto is a 29-21 team. The last time Toronto lost 3 straight, you have to go back to early December when they lost to Charlotte, Boston, New York. I got to go with Toronto minus the 11. I'm going to lay it here on the Raptors. Craig, the Nets here plus 13-point dog against the Pistons, right? The Pistons won 125-107 back on November the 7th. The Nets coming off a nice win against Utah, 109-99, which we called here, by the way. The Nets haven't lost back-to-back covers in quite some time, definitely over the last 10 games. Detroit off of a nice win against Golden State, 131-124. They won outright. They have the Nuggets on deck here. Again, Pistons minus 13. Who do you like?
Not only do they have the Nuggets, they have the Nuggets now that Joker's back. He kind of surprised us, came back yesterday. So I think that one is like, hey, let's just be healthy, get this win, slide by. That tells me take the underdog in this spot. I think Detroit's looking past this game. Brooklyn's covered 4 of their last 5 games. They almost beat Denver, with Michael Porter returning home. The game of, what was that, a couple games back? So I like Brooklyn here, plus 12.5. Michael Porter Jr. has been playing pretty well. Now, he doesn't pass the ball very much. So if you're looking for a passing guy, not your guy. If you like the guy who scores, which is what Brooklyn Nets need, you like Michael Porter Jr. Give me Porter Jr. and the Nets here in this spot, plus the 12.5. Now, next game, we got the Kings and Washington Wizards. And the Kings had the big trade yesterday. They traded 2 guards to get Hunter from the Cavaliers. Ellis and Schroeder are going out to Cleveland. I don't know if that affects your opinion in this game or not, but Kings are favored by 2.5. What do you like?
128-115 back on January the 16th last time. Sacramento comes into this game having lost 8 straight, no big deal, including 93-112 against Boston. Okay, Sacramento shot 37% from the field, and in that contest. So what happens here? Washington comes into this game losing 111-142 against the Lakers. They're such a funny team. I can't wait to watch Washington next year. They actually beat Milwaukee and Portland prior to that. They covered against Charlotte as well. I'm telling you, man, I might actually take a future on Washington next year. They got trained, and the Lakers had to shoot 61% from the field to get it done. I might tell people what my 8-unit future is in advance. I think Washington. I mean, look, Sarr, you got Carrington who's playing well. You got Kula Bay. You got now Trey who's going to be a part of this team. You got George. You got Riley and Branham who's starting to play really well. I don't know, man. This Washington team could end up pretty good in the future. We'll see. But as far as the rest of this game is concerned, look, Sacramento comes in as a minus 2.5 point chalk. They both have 12 wins. But I think the difference here is that, Washington, of course, comes off an ugly loss. This can go either way, to be honest with you. But I'll tell you this. After this game, Sacramento's going back home. Washington comes off an ugly loss at home to the Lakers in a game where they were down like bad. They were down by like 29 or 30 at the half. Give me Washington plus the 2.5 here. Craig, Orlando rolling in here as a 6-point dog to the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs beat them 114-112 last time. Orlando back-to-back wins. Nice win over against Toronto by 10 and beating Miami as well. Spurs off a loss to Charlotte by 5 as a 4-point favorite. Who do you like?
Yeah, big rest advantage here for the Magic. Magic did not play yesterday. You had Spurs had to go all the way to play Charlotte. Now they're coming all the way back home. They also played on the 28th, so they just had one day at Miami. They played at Houston the day before. So I don't know. It just seems like it's a little too many points. Orlando, I gave them the excuse that they, that Germany trip and it really took something out of this team. They were not playing well. They played well against Toronto last time out. I think that gives them confidence here. Give me Orlando plus the 6. I even see some 6.5s out there. Lakers at the Knicks. Knicks minus 5, total 229.5. Now that we start to see these trades happening, and the Knicks, of course, the whispers. Giannis is the other. This is the other team that, of course, Giannis supposedly wants to go to, and who knows? Who knows where that is going to end up? I don't know if that distracts them at all here. Lakers also, of course. They need some help. I don't know what they're going to get, but they need some help. What do you like here?
Yeah, I mean, I totally see why Giannis wants to go to New York. If LeBron's going to be in LA, Giannis wants to be in New York, and that makes perfect sense. So he's doing the right thing. He's going to pick a good franchise in Golden State, or he's going to pick the Knicks, which is smart. These other teams are going to have to hire both of his brothers too, because that's what the Bucks did. So we'll talk about that later. The Lakers coming in off of a 113-109 win in their last contest between these two teams. They've won the last 4. Lakers coming off that big win against Washington. They certainly didn't look ahead, but they were coming off that 30-point loss to Cavs, and J.J. Redick had them ready to go coming into this game. And they've had consistency here. They're 29-19. I mean, the Lakers look like a real basketball team. They're having consistency. They have good leadership at this point. New York has won 5 in a row coming in, beating Portland, Toronto, Sacramento, Philadelphia, and Brooklyn. New York got healthy, and they got rolling. They absolutely destroyed Portland in their last game. And, New York, there's a reason why this team rolled last year, and they went pretty far, right? They got to the finals last year, and that was for good reason. Look, this is a contest where the Lakers have continued to dominate this team. But I like the Knicks here. I think the Lakers coming off that big win against Washington, same team that lost to the Cavs by 30, same team that lost to the Clippers, Portland, and Charlotte over the last 10 games. I mean, New York is the same team that's absolutely destroying teams by double digits the last 3 teams they played. Give me the Knicks minus the 5. Clippers minus the 1.5 against Phoenix, Craig. Phoenix beat them 114-103 and 115-102. And the Clippers beat them 129-102 before that. So Suns have beaten them 2 out of 3 times this year. Clippers off a loss to Denver 109-122 as a 2.5-point favorite. Phoenix off of 3 straight wins, beating Cavs, Pistons, and Nets. Who do you like?
Yeah, the Clippers got the the news, just like the rest of us got Joker's going to play on the day of the game. What was that, on Friday, I believe. So you got to give them a little of excuse, because you go in probably with everything, your game plan, everything. All of a sudden now Joker's going to play, and then that team plays was going to get up. So draw a line through that game. If you draw a line through that, Clippers have been basically the best team in basketball the last couple weeks. Before that, they went 8-1. The only other loss was at Chicago in a back-to-back game. So, and I believe maybe even Kawhi didn't go in that game. So I like the Clippers here. I do know Phoenix has played well without Booker here these last 3 games. But it was more about Cleveland. Cleveland played terrible. Detroit played terrible. Both those teams, you have to give Phoenix some credit. I just don't think that's going to happen against this Clippers team that's ready to go. They're going to get bounced back after getting trounced. I like the Clippers minus a small number. Next game, Cleveland at Phoenix. Cleveland minus 3, total 230. I don't know if we'll see, with Hunter getting traded for Ellis and Schroeder, I don't know if those guys will be available here. They could use them without Garland being injured here. But what do you like?
Yeah, 29-21 teams facing a 23-26 team here. Blazers won 122-110 back on December the 3rd. So Cleveland comes in this game losing to Phoenix 113-126. They're going to be mad coming in. This team shot 46% from the field last game. Phoenix, of course, coming in shooting 53% from the field. The Portland comes in losing 4 straight, though, losing to the Knicks, Washington, Boston, and Toronto, including losing by 107, 117, 120, 30 points to the Knicks. So that's going to motivate him, too. So what do you want to do? You want to take the Blazers, and the Blazers, beat them last time, too. So the Cavs are going to be pretty ticked off coming in, and they're coming off a loss. Blazers coming in off 4 straight losses. 2 very angry teams coming in. And I think what happens here is that you're going to get Cleveland what happens when Cleveland wins, right? I mean, they gave up 126 points last game. I think they're going to play much better defense. Last time they gave up 136 to Oklahoma City. They gave up 87 to Charlotte. Portland gave up 127 points last game, which is the most they've given up in over 10 games. I think what happens is this game goes under the posted total, and 70% of the public gets burned. Can't hear you.
That's what we like for today's games. Don't forget, the last game. There's one last game on the board. I'm going to set it up. Oklahoma City, favored by 4.5, total 228 at Denver here. We're going to have a free premium pick. How do you get it? Very simple. You text your name to our number right here, 740-760-1131. Say hello. I will send you back the free pick for tonight. We're going to have a consensus that we both like in this game. So you don't want to miss out on this one. Of course, don't forget also, if you want to get in on our 2-for-1 passes, we make it very simple. You can get in a week of the NBA for just $99. You get us both. It's usually $99 each. So make sure you do that right here at DocSports.com/Craig Arun. Good luck. See you again tomorrow.